Hi, I'm Senator Malcolm Roberts from Queensland, and I'm with Robert Glenn from Edward Park, which is near Moulamein. And Moulamein is between the Murrumbidgee and the Murray River, actually, and right near the Edward River.
Right near the Edward River.
Takes sort of branches off the Murray and comes back to the Murray. So it's a complicated network. So can you tell us about the land and about the vegetation and also your history?
Well, this is the country in its natural state. We've still got some natural state country that's not developed. My history is I'm a second generation. My father came to this district after World War II and used his severance pay from that to come here, having been through the Millennium Drought, and had access to irrigation water and started to develop country and develop irrigation.
And so he developed the irrigation?
He developed irrigation from this type of country.
And you and your brothers turned this into a more productive, fully irrigated land?
Yes, we did.
And now you're going back to dry land?
Now we're going back to dry land, the way the water policy is going, but I just think that the water price will be too dear and we'll be squeezed out of the industry.
And you've got two daughters?
I've got two educated daughters that both expressed a desire to return to farming, but I've said to them that I don't think there's a future here.
And so unless they want to farm as a hobby, but get a permanent job outside the farm?
That's what I've said to them. I think the only way you can farm is to have a full-time job and then have the farm as an asset you come home to and work at the weekends. So
they're driving people off the land?
It's a restructure, but there's a lot of people in this district that are leaving.
Yeah.
There certainly is. And they're leaving, in the last 12 months, a lot of people have left this district and buying assets, land elsewhere, which is then pushing up the price of land elsewhere.
So there's not enough water to go around and the price is too high anyway. So
yes.
It's quantity and also price.
Yep. Price is too high and there's quantity. We're sitting on a zero allocation again this year, which is 2 years in a row, and I expect next year will be the same.
So your sheep are off adjusted?
Sheep are off an adjustment or they're being hand-fed.
So what have we got here, mate?
Well, what we've got here is, this was a water efficiency program we took part in 2012-13, whereby to save water we built this storage dam, relasered all this country.
So laser levelled it?
Laser levelled it all, so it's all perfectly laser levelled. The water savings that we made on this farm, that we then gave half of that water back to the environment, and then in lieu of that water, the government funded some of this, and we've carried out the work. And then realising that as water was going to get scarcer, we entered the water market and we actually bought more water for long-term security for our future. And what has happened now is that we've basically got zero water. Even though we doubled our access to water, we've got zero water.
So you paid for it, but you can't get it?
We can't get it, correct. 2 years ago, we harvested 3,000 tonne of rice off these fields. And in the last 2 years, zero.
And you've also planted barley. We've been past a failed barley crop.
We had a failed barley crop over there.
Failed because no rain?
Well, no rain for the drought, and one, we had no access to water to irrigate it.
Yeah.
So it's a failed one that the sheep are currently eating.
So the policy, and this dam here?
Yep.
Completely empty?
The dam's completely empty. This is so we can recycle all the water off the farm, if we do have any. Every drop of water gets totally recycled and reused. So we've got this huge infrastructure here, and we've got no access to water currently.
So where's the bloody water?